That breaking news here at noon. American Shaman is agreeing to suspend all sales of kratom and 7-OH across Missouri. This follows months of KCTV5 investigations and an attorney general probe into the dangers tied to these products. KCTV5 investigative reporter Samantha Boring joins us live in studio. Samantha, let's talk about what this means for the company and also the customers who've been buying it.
Well, Carolina, we're going to see a lot of changes on the Missouri side. That suspension begins immediately for American Shaman, according to the Missouri Attorney General. This also means the company will stop advertising within the state in 30 days. If they don't stop selling it, the Attorney General says the state may invoke an agreed on $5 million penalty. This all started in November 2025 when the Attorney General's office launched an investigation into the business practices of American Shaman. This is due to repeated FDA warnings and people in Missouri dying from the kratom products. In December, a KCTV5 special report, we had the president and founder of CBD American Shaman, Vince Sanders, on. He shared, quote, at the time, "We're not going to take something off the market unless we have to, not as long as it's helping people," end quote. After releasing this information today, the Missouri Attorney General sharing, quote, "We stepped in to shut down deceptive tactics that put public health in danger. This resolution protects consumers by taking these products off Missouri shelves." We reached out to the owner of American Shaman for comment. We have not heard back yet. Coming up tonight, we're speaking with the Attorney General later this afternoon. What she has to say about this decision, that's at 4 and 5. Live in studio, Samantha Boring, KCTV5 News.
Thanks, Samantha. Major development, especially from our investigation.